Our top focus on World DNA this morning. Tensions in West Asia near boiling point, even as Arab nations and the West look desperately to water down heating temperatures there.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is again dashing off to the region in an effort to contain the fears of a bigger conflagration and as a multi-pronged crisis stares.
Israeli forces and Hamas militants are already at war in Gaza for more than 2 months now. The Red Sea has emerged as a big friction point here, where the Houthis based in Yemen and backed by Iran have been attacking the vessels there and their perceived links to Israel. And then we have the recent attacks happening in Iran and Lebanon, where almost 95 people were killed in a blast near Qasem Soleimani Memorial. That is on the 4th anniversary of his killing by the US. And then the Israeli strikes that killed Hamas's deputy leader Saleh al-Arouri in one of the suburbs of the Lebanese capital Beirut.
In Iran, Tehran has blamed the United States and Israel for the twin explosions that has killed at least 95 and injured over 200. And the blast took place at a ceremony in Iran and to commemorate country's top commander Qasem Soleimani, who was killed by a US drone in 2020. Now, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei has vowed a harsh response, while President Ibrahim Raisi has called out Israel.
I warn the Zionist regime, don't doubt it. You will pay the price for this crime. These crimes that you have committed, you will deeply regret.
The US has rejected Iran's claim of their or its ally Israel's involvement in the attack. Washington says escalation in West Asia is in no one's interest as the attack comes on the heels of the raging war in Gaza.
Now, meanwhile, in Lebanon, Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah has warned Israel against waging war on Lebanon. And the warning comes the day after reports suggest that an Israeli strike killed Hamas's deputy leader in Beirut's southern suburb.
If the enemy thinks of waging a war on Lebanon, we will fight without restraint, without rules, without limits and without restrictions. They know what I mean.
Now, both the Iran-backed Lebanese terror group and Hamas have accused Israel of killing Saleh al-Arouri in Beirut's Musharraf Fair, which is a stronghold of the militant Hezbollah group, which is an ally of Hamas.
Now, Saleh al-Arouri, who was the deputy head of Hamas's Politburo and a founder of its military wing, the Qassam Brigades, Arouri is the most high-profile figure to be killed, and his death came in the first strike on the Lebanese capital since hostilities began. And the strike also marks the first killing of a Hamas official outside Palestinian territories.
Although Israeli army spokesperson Daniel Hagari, who did not directly comment on Arouri's killing, has said that the military is highly prepared for any scenario in its aftermath.
While on the other hand, the United States has said that it was not informed in advance about the strike that killed the number 2 leader of Hamas.
Can I follow up on that, Matt? When were you informed about the strike in Beirut?
I'm not going to get into that specific detail, but we were not informed in advance.
And seeing the tensions rising in Lebanon, Canada and Germany, they have urged its citizens to leave Lebanon quickly, warning that an expansion of the Israel-Hamas war could not be ruled out at the moment.
And it's not just on land where the Gaza war is spreading over the borders. In fact, tensions are spilling over from Gaza to the Red Sea, and as fears of a maritime war continue to mount, the Red Sea has become the new battleground. And with the Yemen's Houthi rebels attacking cargo vessels that are en route to Israel through the southern and Red Sea. According to the UN's maritime agency, 18 shipping companies are rerouting their vessels around Africa to avoid the Red Sea and amid an upsurge in attacks on shipping.
A significant number of companies, around 18 of shipping companies, have already decided to reroute their vessels around South Africa in order to reduce the attacks on vessels and, of course, the impact that it has on seafarers in particular. This represents an additional 10 days to the journeys and, of course, has also a negative impact on trade and an increase on freight rates.
Members of the UN Security Council have also called on Yemen's Houthis to halt their attacks on shipping vessels. They say it is threatening the regional stability, global freedom of navigation and also food supplies.
And addressing the Council's first meeting of 2024, members also demanded that the Houthis release Galaxy Leader, a Japanese-operated cargo ship which is linked to an Israeli company and its crew, which the group seized on November 19th. The United States believes that the situation has reached an inflection point at the moment.